You know, most of the time, what's most important to us is like usually right in front of us. And we can't see it. We only can see like what's in the distance. I feel like, you know what I mean? When it's like right in front of us, it's like the hardest thing for us, like to see. I've been in a relationship for 16 years. And I can honestly say that I prioritized everything but her. Like, yeah, in the beginning, you know, it's everything is roses and shit like that, but over time, I don't know, I stopped prioritizing, you know, this person. And it's crazy because on some real shit, this the person that cared about me the most. Like all the behind the scenes, you know what I mean, stood by my side through lows and highs. And my ego, it's a motherfucker, man. I resent my ego. I resent having an ego. You know what I'm saying? Not being in control of my ego. You know, the people we raised around, the people that, you know, that taught us or that we thought that we learned shit from. Like even my mom, she sucked at relationships. She ain't never had a solid relationship, you know what I mean? She always been in and out of relationships. Shit, that's probably what happened with my dad, for real, you know what I mean? Just knowing her and understanding her more as I'm older, that's probably exactly what happened. My mom, her record in relationships is like 0 and I don't even know, but you know, it's not a good record. And then it makes me think like, you know, we take a lot from our parents genetically. We take their, you know, even just how they act, attitude, you know, everything. I even thought about that, like, damn, you know, she's so bad in relationships. Maybe that's why I'm so bad in relationships. Maybe that's why I can't get it or understand it, you know what I mean? Or allow myself to be submissive or to be, you know, fair in relationships. But a lot of times, like I said, you know, we can't see what's right in front of us, you know what I mean? That mean the most, you know what I mean? When I say like this person cared about me the most, it's because like, you know, we talk about family and shit, and we say family this and family that, but my grandma, who I love dearly, she ain't go through, you know, none of this life shit with me. She ain't see me at my lowest, and I mean, even if she did, she wasn't in it with me. You know what I mean? She wasn't front line with me. You know, it's things my grandma don't know, it's things my mom don't know, you know what I mean, that I went through. And this person was there for me the whole time. And I remember even times where my mom would try to trump my girl or like our relationship as being my mom. You know what I mean? Or them feeling like they got that one up because it's mom or it's grandma. Not so much my grandma on the competing tip, but my mom real strong with that. Like, you know, it's mom over girlfriend or fiance or like, you know what I mean? And I used to buy into that shit sometimes. Like, damn, you know, that is my mom. But this person cared about me throughout this whole 16 years, you know what I mean? Never switched up. I mean, we had mishaps and shit, who don't? Nobody perfect, but really, really care about me. And I overlooked them throughout this whole relationship, you know what I mean? Now, I'm trying to fix things, and it's just weird now. It's like, I think my ego's so bad. I think I'm so bad at times that I still look at it like what I did or how I wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Or why you mad? Why you being mad so long? You know what I mean? But people reach their breaking points. You know what I'm saying? People get to a point where they can't take no more. It's fucked up though, because it's like, when you really to blame, you can't blame nobody else. When it's really you, when you the problem, or when you toxic, or when you mistreated somebody for so long, it's like, I'm still trying to like look for somebody to blame, even if it's her, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But it's like, nigga really gotta look in that mirror and like take accountability and realize, like, bro, you know what I mean, you gotta continue to work on yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because whether I leave this relationship or not, if I stay the same, I'm gonna just be in another relationship, but it's still gonna be the same outcome, you know what I mean? Not that that's even my concern or my worry, or I'm thinking about nothing like that, but we as people, man, we prioritize so much of a shit that don't matter, that don't mean nothing to our lives. And the shit that do mean the most, we treat that like it don't mean nothing. We kind of like, it's disposable, you know what I mean? It's like a throwaway. But the shit that don't mean nothing, we give our everything to. Shit, I got to the point where I was like, man, she ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's she going? People get fed up though. Real shit. People definitely get fed up. And I'm understanding that now. I guess I'm trying to understand it, you know what I mean? But you can't take good people for granted. And I always used to preach that. I always used to say that. Like, I wasn't practicing it, but I was speaking on it. I felt it. I felt that way. Like, the whole time I wasn't even peeping that shit. You know what I mean? It was going on within my situation. It was closer to home than I thought. Like, you can't take good people for granted. We all got flaws. We all, got some imperfections. You know what I mean? None of us is perfect. We human. But if you got good people that love you and care about you, and they willing to do anything for you, you hold on to that shit, you know what I mean? And you cherish it. You tuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Tuck it. Hold it tight. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I might be losing a really solid person out of my life, and I don't got many solid people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fuck with too many people. I cut a lot of people off because they wasn't solid. And the one person that would go to war with me, I mistreated him. You know what I'm saying? I mistreated her and took her for granted. You know what I'm saying? And time heals. But it's crazy. A lot of shit that I'm going through in life, I told myself I wouldn't go through, or I wouldn't allow myself to go through, or you know what I mean, certain things I wouldn't take for granted, and I can't say I did it anyway. Life is very complicated. You can get lost out here through this life. Just like no different from niggas saying money won't change them, and then they get the money and they get rich. You know what I mean? You don't want to change. You don't want to allow it to change you, but it do. And for me, life just happened. You know what I'm saying? Like working and being busy, and you know, me doing this and her not being able to, like, it just, life can change you, man. Life can put its hands on you and do some damage to you. You know what I'm saying? And it can also alter your thoughts on what you believe in, or what you said you wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to be solid and have morals and principles and patience and be understanding and loving. You know what I'm saying? And 16 years is a long time to be, mistreated or overlooked, or just treated like you ain't shit for real. You don't mean much. You know what I mean? You could be replaced. I can't imagine how that feel. You know what I mean? I never been in that situation. But when you love somebody, you care about somebody, you don't treat them like that. You know what I mean? But just something I wanted to share. Something was on my heart. You know what I'm saying? I know there's people out there going through everyday shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody you fuck with, you love, you care about, they solid, they go to the moon about you. Definitely, like, keep them close. You know what I'm saying? For sure.